What is up, weather enthusiasts? I'm your host, Pat's Path Predictor. Let's get right into the weather. Alright, so this is the situation we have right here, and yes, we have actual weather to talk about today, guys. What is this weather, you're wondering? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got a winter storm potentially hitting Texas and eastern New Mexico. I am not kidding when I say this. We have a potential winter storm hitting parts of Texas as well as parts of New Mexico. We're going to go ahead and read some of it out, and we're going to show you some mile runs. So we're going to first show you the map right here. We have a winter storm watch in effect for parts of Texas and New Mexico right there. As you can see, it includes the cities of Lubbock right here in Amarillo in Texas, as well as parts of eastern New Mexico, parts of rural New Mexico actually. So there's not going to be that many people over there that's going to be affected. But what is going to happen is we could see several inches of snow at least in these areas. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So this is what we're at right here. A winter storm watch is in effect from late Thursday night through late Friday night. So this is going to be happening right after Thanksgiving or right after things go on. And a lot of people don't really know how to drive in snow up in this south in the United States. So that's only going to complicate things more. Heavy snow possible. Total snow accumulations, at least according to the NWS, up to 4 inches of snow possible. However, we're looking at several mile runs that have way more than that, and we'll get to that in just a second. So that's the situation we have right here. Impacts, roads, especially bridges and overpasses, could become slick and hazardous. Plan on slippery road conditions, especially after you're done with your family gatherings on Thanksgiving, because that's when this is supposed to start. So, yeah, you guys need to plan accordingly if you're in Texas or New Mexico and you're expecting this kind of weather right here. The hazardous conditions could impact the Friday morning and evening commutes. Of course, a person should delay all travel if possible. In fact, if you're doing a Thanksgiving gathering or anything like that, plan to leave early before the snow starts, because once it starts, it's not going to end well, and the roads are going to be slippery, all that stuff. So if you're having a Thanksgiving gathering, plan accordingly. Maybe leave early if the snow is expected to start a little earlier than anticipated. So yeah, that's what we have right here. If travel is absolutely necessary, drive with extreme caution and be prepared for sudden changes in visibility. That's true. That's all true right there. Now we're going to go ahead and show you the models right here just to show you what we're talking about. What I have pulled up are the DuPage models. What we're going to show you here is the North American or NAM model to kind of give you some timing on this. This is just 1 mile run, but it gives you a good idea on what's going to happen. The NAM run right here, as you can see, things start to happen on Thanksgiving in eastern Texas, parts of New Mexico. Snow starts falling in those portions around 12 p.m. or so right there. And then eastern New Mexico starts getting heavier and heavier snow. Parts of Texas can get it as well. And then things really start ramping up early Friday morning, actually, in parts of southern Texas, right? You can see all this dark blue. That's very heavy snowfall right here, folks. So if you're driving this, you need to drive in extreme caution. My advice for you, even though it's Black Friday, is not to travel. Do all your shopping online. That's my personal opinion. But if you're driving this, be extremely careful with this right here. This is an extreme amount of snowfall. So this is what we're looking at. It eventually moves further north into Texas. It eventually moves out by around Sunday. So this is going to be, we're potentially going to be seeing snow from Thursday afternoon all the way potentially into Saturday night. So that's how widespread this potentially could get in parts of New Mexico and Texas right here. This doesn't finally leave until Sunday or so. So with that being said, you're wondering, Patrick, how much snow could we actually get? What are these models suggesting? Let me show you what we're talking about real quickly. We're going to go ahead and pull up total snow accumulation for the NAM. We're going to pull it up for the European model as well. The North American model right here, this is just 1 mile run right here, but it kind of starts in Colorado. New Mexico gets hit early on right here. We could potentially see a foot of snow. Like this is estimating 17 inches of snow by 1 p.m. on Black Friday right here for parts of New Mexico. Then kind of starts snowing down in come further south and everything at first, and then it'll start gradually moving up. So basically, we're seeing potentially, according to the North American model, potentially up to 15, 16, 17 inches of snow right here, which that is not a small amount. That is a very large amount right there, especially this early in the season, and especially this far south in the United States. So That's what we're looking at right here according to the North American model. We're going to go ahead and pull up the European model to show you something in comparison right there. We're going to go ahead and show you the 6Z. The 12Z is coming out. It's not quite ready yet. So we're going to show you the total snow accumulation. Once again, starts in Colorado, moves into Texas and New Mexico. The European actually has us starting off a little bit earlier and more into the north of Texas and then towards the south right here. But even still, good amount of snow right here. Where the European is estimating around a foot of snow for parts of western Texas, parts of eastern New Mexico, around 8 to 12 inches. That's what the European is estimating. These are 2 mile runs. The European and North American model are some of the best mile runs that we have to offer when it comes to stuff like that. The top 3 runs are the European, the GFS, and North American model. The European model will usually be more modest or more aggressive, and it'll always combat the GFS. And the North American model is kind of more that bellwether model. But just for good measure, we're going to go ahead and show you the GFS just to show you what I'm talking about. The GFS is pretty interesting right here because it's not showing that as much snowfall as either the NAM or the European. It actually is showing a decent amount. Never mind, it actually is showing a decent amount of snowfall, at least in parts of New Mexico. Potentially 14, 15 inches of snow for parts of eastern New Mexico. In Texas, if you're in extreme western Texas, you could potentially see 10 inches of snow from this. Although parts further into like Lubbock and Amarillo could see more around 6 inches, maybe 4 to 6 inches right there. So yeah, definitely an evolving situation we're dealing with right here. I'll continue to update you guys here on the Pat's Path Predictor channel. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Helps me out, helps me make more videos like these. The goal of this channel is to get more people engaged with weather. So with that being said, have a wonderful day. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and stay safe.